Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the Pop Corner. And guys, I just got home after watching Spider-Man Brand New Day in theaters. And I know that if any one of you guys watching this video from US, UK or maybe Canada, you would be wondering how I watched this movie so early. It is because I live in India, and among other countries, India got early release for Spider-Man Brand New Day. So that is why I watched it. Today is 30th July, and I watched it. And any of you guys who watch my videos regularly, which is a very small amount of you guys know that in order to watch a Hollywood movie in theater, I have to travel around 100 kilometers. And in this video, I'm going to talk about whether this journey was worth it or not, and I will share my genuine and unscripted and unfiltered thoughts and opinion about Brand New Day. And there might be some spoilers. I will try my best to not give you any spoilers, but this is a unscripted video and there are some movements that I want to talk about that I can talk about without giving you any spoilers. So if you are okay with spoilers, or if you have already seen the movie and if you don't want to miss any of that, watch the video till the end. So let's firstly talk about the story of this movie. Whoever watched the trailer and whoever watched the trailers from Marvel regularly knows that Marvel always misled you in trailers and all, and this time they did it again. Every action sequence they showed in the trailer, it was mostly from the first couple of minutes into the movie, because it was kind of the every action sequences, every different Marvel villains that we saw Spider-Man fighting in the trailer, it was just a kind of a recap of the journey of Spider-Man, what he has been doing all those years. And that's what I really loved, because the trailer misled, and that is why movie surprised me, because nowadays the trailers tell the whole story about the movie. They don't keep any surprise for us for the theaters, but this movie did it again. Marvel did it again, and it was really great. And if we talk about the emotions of this movie, they played really well in that field, because this movie will make you laugh, this movie will make you cry, this movie will make you sad, and it was really great. There were moments that when I was laughing out loud, and there was moments when I was crying. There was a specific moment, this is a spoiler, I will try to not to give you so much details about this scene, but there's a scene in the movie between MJ and Spider-Man, and that scene was really emotional. Peter Parker, Spider-Man, was talking to MJ, and the way MJ was talking to him, it was sad, it was kind of happy that they are talking again after all those years. They have found their way back to each other, and suddenly that moment became a shock, and that was really heartbreaking. And again, the classic Spider-Man lady falling and Spider-Man is trying to catch her. It was amazing. That scene was from the beginning it was sad, then it became shocking, that it became goosebumps. And that is why the emotions that this movie played with, it was really great. Whether you are talking about the emotional state of Peter Parker, and whether you are talking about the connection between Ned and Peter Parker, even though Ned doesn't remember Peter Parker, they still talking to each other as they are best friend, and seeing them rebuilding that Death Star Lego set, it was amazing. And now let's talk about the action of this movie. This movie contains one of the best action sequences in the whole Spider-Man movie franchise. In all the four Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, I think this movie contains a lots of awesome moments in it. Whether you are talking about the swinging, whether you are talking about the web work in the action sequences, and whether you're talking about the camera work in the action sequences, it was all amazing. Daniel Dustin Creighton, I think I'm saying that name right. If I'm saying it wrong, so please forgive me for that, but he did a really great job. And whoever the action director was, they did their job really great, because the action sequences are really great. I'm specifically talking about the scene where Spider-Man fighting the hand members that we saw in the trailer. In the prison, he was fighting the hand assassins. That whole sequence was pure goosebumps, and it was amazing. And when his eyes turned black, it was cinema. For me, it was cinema. It was amazing, and the web he used and the kind of web he used, it was amazing. And it was like Spider-Man got upgraded, and he is now more savage, more powerful, and more destructible. But in the next moment, he is still Peter Parker. He is still saving the people, no matter they are trying to kill him. That was core Spider-Man or Peter Parker values, and they didn't lose it. And if we talk about the mystery of this movie, Sadie Singh's character, who is she playing? She is playing the character. Don't worry, I'm not going to tell you the name of the character, but this is the character that everyone was assuming that Sadie Singh is playing. She is playing that same character. And her powers really misled me in the beginning, because the character she is playing, she doesn't have that kind of powers, but in the end her powers got upgraded. She went on ultimate mode, and whatever she did in the climax of this movie, it was showing that how powerful and how dangerous this character can be. And this movie is setting up the future of MCU after Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, and it is doing that really well, because this is what we are going to see in the future of the MCU. And there was a device that Peter Parker built in this movie to control his outrage and to control his mutation. And that device is, I think, it is my theory. I'm not sure that it is true or not, but that device, I think, that is the first prototype to the collar that we saw in the X-Men universe, that they use to suppress the power of mutants. I think that's going to be that, because that's the work that it was doing. It was suppressing the powers of the person whoever wearing it. So I think that is a subtle hint about the future of the MCU and about the future of the X-Men movies. And let's talk about the highlight of the movie. Frank Castle, aka the Punisher. He was in the movie as a cameo, as the Marvel and Sony Pictures legal deal, and he was kind of extended cameo in the movie. There were other cameos that we all know about. There was Hulk and Bruce Banner, and there was Florence Pugh as Yelena. And whoever has seen the San Diego Comic Con, they already knew that Yelena is going to appear in the movie. So if you haven't seen that panel of Marvel in San Diego Comic Con, so sorry that I give you a spoiler about the movie. But beside all the cameos this movie have, Frank Castle shines in it. The chemistry between Spider-Man and the Punisher, it was hilarious. It was funny seeing that two vigilantes with completely different ideology, trying to work together, trying to save the city, and watching them having a banter every moment they are together. And it was really funny. It was emotional too, because they both kind of a similar person. They have lost everyone they loved, and they are completely different, but their approach towards the world is completely different, even though they share a similar past. And the aura farming that they did of the character of Punisher, I mean, dude took a shot with a sniper rifle when he was 1 kilometer away from his target. It was a pure aura farming, and it was amazing. And if we talk about Bruce Banner and the Hulk, this is the spoiler that I am giving you. This is the second time in the entire MCU. I'm not talking about the Incredible Hulk movie. I'm talking about after that. This is the second time when we saw a full-fledged transformation of Bruce Banner into Hulk. The first time we saw it in the Avengers movie. After that, we never got to see the transformation of Bruce Banner into Hulk. But this movie brings that back, and we got to watch the Savage Hulk back. He was angry and he was bigger than ever. And we found out that suppressing the emotions of Hulk can affect his size and muscles and powers. And because that the full Savage Hulk came out in this movie, his size became much bigger, and he was much stronger. And the fight between Spider-Man and Hulk and Punisher, it was amazing. The cinematography of that fight sequence, it was great. And the way Spider-Man was trying to hold down Hulk, it was goosebumps. That whole sequence was amazing, and every part of this movie was great. I really loved it. And talking about the twist of this movie, twist is really predictable. If you watch Marvel movies regularly, you know where this movie is going, how this movie is going to end, and this movie does that same thing again. So these were the things that I really enjoyed in this movie. If we talk about what I didn't like in this movie, what disappointed me is that the post credit scene. This movie doesn't have one. That is insane. This is the second movie I have watched recently in the theater that didn't have any post credit. First it was Supergirl, and now this Spider-Man Brand New Day. It doesn't have any post credit or mid credit scene. I was sitting in the theaters along all the Marvel fans. The theater was full to watch a glimpse of the Avengers Doomsday or maybe some other movie, but we didn't got any single glimpse of the future of the MCU. But we got to see that text that Spider-Man will back, but that just it. There is no Spider-Man will be back in Avengers Doomsday or Spider-Man will be back in Avengers Secret Wars. There was nothing. It was just Spider-Man will be back. So I don't know in what movie he is going to come back, but I am hoping that they will surprise us and they will bring him back in Avengers Doomsday. It will be amazing and it will be great to see Spider-Man and Doctor Doom face to face. It will be great. So guys, overall these were my thoughts, these were my opinions about Spider-Man Brand New Day with a couple of spoilers in it. And guys, honestly, I had a really great time. I think this is the third or the fourth, I think this is the third MCU movie that I have ever watched in theaters, and I this is the first Spider-Man movie that I have ever watched in theaters. And the atmosphere of the theater, it was amazing. Everybody was shouting, everybody was screaming, everybody was whistling in every single scene because this movie deserves it. And I had a really great time. What about you guys? Have you seen the movie? If you have, please share your thoughts about it in the comment box below with me, and even better if you can write a small review about it, because I am eager to know your guys perspective of this movie. So guys, that's all in this video. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care.